Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Please let us keep awake. Don't fall asleep. Talking about marriage counseling or premarital counseling, alhamdulillah, we have observed that in some other religious groups, they take marriage very seriously, but in our own case, we take it automatically. We think somebody will just grow up and get married. We thought somebody should just know how to get married. And like Sheikh Nuruddin mentioned now, things have changed though. Things have changed. Everybody knows, as we assume, everybody knows what they are looking for. Life itself is said to be a journey, and sometimes you get to see that there are still many things to learn on a daily basis. Let me look at it this way. When they say it's a journey, two friends, let me ask you this question. Two friends traveled to Kaduna, and they traveled in different vehicles. They got to Kaduna safely, they did what they had to do, and the two of them left Kaduna, in separate vehicles. One of them got back to Abuja safely. The other one had accident on the way. The accident was so serious, his car was a write-off, but as Allah will it, he came out of it alive, and just few bruises here and there. You can't even believe it that the person who drove this car is the one that's even snapping the, taking snapshot of the squeezed, like as if you squeeze a paper like that. Everybody was like, Allah Akbar. Some people were like, hey, yeah, is it you? Sorry. So when they got, he eventually joined another vehicle and he got to Abuja. And around the Asri, he went to the Imam and he said, yeah, Imam, I want you to thank Allah for me. As you are looking at me now, I think Asarai just missed me. Maybe he eventually looked into his laptop and discovered that I'm not supposed to be on his schedule for today. Thank Allah for me. What happened? He explained. So the Imam said he should come back by Maghrib so that he will explain to the Jama'ah that he wants to use it as wazi. Then he said, but there's another colleague of mine that we went together, and alhamdulillah, he didn't have such an accident. He said, call him, I should come too. So after Maghrib, the Imam stood up and said, okay, let me ask you. This one went, there was no accident, and this one went, he had accident and he survived. Which of them should thank Allah the more? Which of them should be more grateful to Allah? The one that didn't have any accident at all. That one should thank Allah more than the one that survived in an accident. Why? Why? Because Allah saved him even much more than he could ever imagine. You see, marriage is a journey. Some people thought it's only when you have problems that you should move close to Allah and go for counseling and go to those who know better and say, hey, there's a problem. Oh, my wife is using knife to play on my throat. The people who have very smooth sail in their marriage, you say, but come to counseling, come to marriage, say, okay, I'll see what I can do. But you don't have any problem now. Is it only when you have problem that you go for knowledge, that you go for guidance, that you go for new things that you never knew? Now, with regards to this counseling of a thing, we have the premarital one, and then we have the ongoing one. When you have the machine running, you have to be servicing it from time to time. But let me mention 5 areas that we normally teach people when they come for premarital counseling, and may be useful for those of you who may still be reluctant to go for counseling. Maybe if there's something that you feel you need to know from the things I will mention now, you may begin to take counseling very seriously. Number one part of what we look at in family counseling is the choice of who you marry. Sheikh mentioned it to us that those days when it's your parents that will organize everything for you, it was very easy. You didn't need to know what quality they look for, but you just trusted that, okay, they will choose a good wife for me, or a good husband will be chosen for me, something like that. And I remember I asked, I asked my father once, I said, how did you get to marry Mama? And he told me something. I won't tell you. So, how many of you here believe that you actually got married, or you are going to get married by destiny? Raise up your right hand if you believe that. Wait, is it destiny that even made all of us to come to this hall today? Maybe Allah has destined that you come today, you wear this color of dress you are wearing, and you sit in a red chair, and then look at the person beside you. Allah destined you sit beside that person who is gisting with you when lecture is going on, or busy with the phone when Sheikh is talking. Something like that. Is it that Allah destined that you sit there, or you chose to sit where you are seated? Which of them is correct? Did you choose it, or Allah destined it? Okay, if Allah destined it, say eh. If you chose it, say eh. It's only the ladies that are answering me. Don't say anything. Let's. If you believe that when you get married, Allah destined the person for you, say eh. If you believe that you actually chose the person by yourself, say eh. Who has it? The ends have it. So, if not that Allah destined it, you would not have married the person you are going to marry, eh? So Allah had to force you. Allah had to compel you to marry that person. Honestly, we begin to now look at it. Is it personal choice? Is it family decision? Is it Allah that just imposed? Look, ask those who are married. They will tell you that honestly, if not for Allah that imposed that I should marry this person, this lady would never have married me. Lie. There's some men who confess that she would not have married me. Allah compelled her, Allah forced her to marry me. And there are some people who said there are some verses you can read for a lady, she will fall in love with you. As in fall in love with you. They said there's a verse in Surah to Yusuf, I don't know it. They didn't tell me that if you read it for a man, the man will not sleep until he marries you. Yeah, do you believe that or not? So you don't believe in the power of dua. Wait, will dua get you the person you want to marry, or you have to get the person by yourself? If you say dua, say eh. If you chose by yourself, say eh. But how will your dua know the person you want? So you mean when you make dua now, one person just shows up, bah, like that, you be like, gang. This is the person. Yes, this is the person I'm going to marry. Why didn't you do like that? There are over 7.5 billion human beings on earth. How do you think you are going to get one as a brother, one of the over 5 billion women? How do you think you are going to get one like this? By choice, by destiny, or by what? By dua? All put together? Choice and destiny. What percentage is choice? What percentage is destiny? 50-50? 60-40? 60-40. Which one is 60? Which one is 40? Destiny is 60. Destiny is 40. 70. Oh, destiny is 70. Your choice is 30. Hello. I see. You people believe so much in this destiny stuff. But it is Allah's secret. You can't know. You can't know. When you meet one person, you'll be like, yes, this is the person. Then tomorrow, that person will disappoint you. Tomorrow, another person will come, like, yes, this is the person. Then next tomorrow, you do istikhara. You'll be like seeing white lace, cheap atampa. You begin to see different colors in your dream. You'll be like, yes, this should be the person. Then by the time you talk to the lady, people will just look at you from north to south and say, excuse me, are you really serious? Wait till you do this one. You want marry. Whereas she's the one you saw in your dream. You see, is it mysterious? You know, sometimes people who never expected will get married, they will get married. They will say they love one another. You just look at them, you'll be like, how can this thing be? Is somebody forcing them to marry each other? It now reminds me of the story of the rat that wants to get married. The rat made a lot of dua and believed so much in death. Oh Allah, the person I will marry, let me meet him today, or let me meet her today. The rat is the male. Then as he was moving around, he suddenly spotted one beautiful female. And this beautiful female is a female camel. You know, with these eyes and, you know, very beautiful red camel. Excellent. So the rat moved closer and said, do you know I've fallen in love with you? As a matter of fact, I would rather die with you than live without you. So the rat held the rope of the camel and said, I want to show you to my house and I want to meet my family. So as they went and they got to the hole of the rat wanted to come inside and drag the camel in, and it was impossible. So the camel was like, I'm very sorry, I don't think this is going to work. Either get a bigger hole or get an animal of your size. That was the advice that the camel gave to the rat. Now, is it just about the first person I meet? Is it just about the person that just came around and became my colleague in school? Is it just all about the next person the Amir of our organization introduced to me? Is it all about somebody that we see each other every day and we begin to gel? You know, we are on Facebook together, this should be the person. Honestly, it goes beyond that. It is the choices some people like to make sometimes. You make terrible choices, you now blame it on destiny. The angels will just look at you and be like, this one is not serious. Or more, come and see bad choice. I mentioned earlier on, you have not even engaged. The person is beginning to slap you. You said, I'm sorry, honey, I got angry. Shaitan made me do it. Then, the second time, at another time, you say, I'm very sorry, you know I still love you. And then you have not married though. You say it's his destiny. That is one thing. When you come for counseling, we make you understand. Okay, there's destiny and there's choice. This particular one, this guy, is it destiny that brought him or choice or kodoi? Yes, we have to ascertain that. Once we are very sure of that, we now move to the second stage of the counseling. And that is about readiness. Readiness. What does it mean to be ready? We look at physical maturity. Is this person mature enough for marriage? Physically. Of course, you can always see that one when you look at the person. A lady, you know, when a lady is matured, you understand the kind of things you look for. When a guy is matured also, you look at some things physically. But that's not all. What of the mental maturity? Mental maturity. Does he even understand what you are talking about when you talk about marriage? Those days, when you are 20, 21, you already have so much idea about marriage. Your uncles will have told you something, your aunties will have told you something, you will have observed certain things, and you know that, yes, I will get married anytime. You understand the whole politics of marriage. But somebody who is 33, a guy that is 35, he still rolls up the sleeves of his shirt, he still does sagging, he still puts perpetually earpiece in his ears, listens to only Allah knows what it is, and you see him swinging from side to side. Allahu Akbar. When you say, when are you going to get married? He doesn't even know what you are talking about. Meaning that in his head, he's not mentally ready. He may be physically matured, but in his head, he's not mentally ready. He doesn't have that mental capacity to understand the mithaqon ghaliza, the strong covenant that marriage entails. He thinks it's just, like Sheikh said, just lust. He thinks because he's now able, he knows how to sleep with somebody, he thinks then he should get married. Somewhere inside his head, we have a way of diagnosing people's heads to know, does he have that mental capacity to handle a woman? Does she have that mental capacity to understand that this is marriage? We are not boyfriend and girlfriend. This is marriage, as in M-A. as in marriage, gone, as it is. Then we look at the psychological preparation. Yes, the person may be, ready physically and everybody, psychologically he is not prepared. All of you that are single here now, if I say you raise up your hand, I know men who will raise up their hands. And if I say, are you looking for a husband? You will say yes. If I ask the brothers, are you looking for wives? You say yes. So okay, those looking for a husband should marry those who are looking for wives. If we say that now, you people about not like that now. At least you have to give me some time. You see yourself now. You say you want to marry. See sisters now, marry now. You say actually, so therefore, nevertheless, as a matter of fact, if you're speaking from English. In other words, he is not psychologically prepared. If you push a woman to him now, you see him shaking. And then the readiness to take up responsibility. Some people, they think they are ready. To say you have found somebody you are going to marry doesn't mean you are ready. I hope we understand that very well. You may have found somebody, but her parents said, sorry, you can't marry her, she has to finish school. That means she's not ready. You say you have found somebody you want to marry, you don't have a job. I don't think you are really, really ready, as in, prepared for this thing. So, readiness to take up responsibility as a leader, readiness to take responsibility as a follower, to take responsibility as a spender, to take responsibility as a manager. Not everybody is ready for that. And of course, the freedom part of it is there. Are you under some obligations? Are you supposed to finish some school? Are you supposed to finish some things? These are the aspects we look at in matters of readiness. So somebody has got to ask you, if you have not really thought about it before, somebody will ask you to explain, are you ready for this thing? Are you standing? Sorry, I have an angel here. Let me quickly wrap it up. Then number 3, I said 5. Maybe I should stop on the third one if there's a... Okay, I will summarize. Thank you. Okay, I'll begin to increase my speed now. Number 3, health consideration. What are these health things a person should consider? Physical health, genotype issues, don't joke with it. You may have so much iman, but when the wahala comes, or more iman will disappear. Yes, look at the matter of genotype and take it serious, because you have not been imposed on one another. Love is very important, but sometimes they say love is blind. When sickling problem comes, that love will regain its sight. Yes, genotype thing is important. Handicap issues are also important. I'm talking about the physical health now. What of somebody who is deaf? Can you marry somebody who is deaf? There's a deaf community. They are part of us. They are part of the Ummah. Can you marry this person? Can you cope? Do you know how to do sign language? We have an affiliation with a body that trains people on sign language. In case if you want to marry someone who is deaf, we will train you on sign language. You'll be able to communicate very well. How do you say I love you with sign language? Yes, I'm trying to look at your hand. Is it this one that you see on Facebook? How do you say be careful, I will kill you with sign language? Yes, is the person handicapped? Can you marry a blind person? There are many blind people who talk to us that please help me look for a husband or help me look for a wife. We'll be like, these brothers, their iman cannot carry it. Then mental health. This is, I want to emphasize this. Some people are psychopaths. You think he's just getting angry. You think he only has tantrum. It is not ordinary tantrum. Uncontrollable anger is not just that he got angry. Some people are psychopaths and they need to go for treatment. They need serious counseling. Don't just take it like that. A man beats you up, kicks you, even before you married him. And you see the way he relates with other human beings too. Don't marry a man that's a psychopath. But if a psychopath comes, we know the psychiatric doctors that will count. It takes time for him to at least reduce and manage it. Can a mad person get married? Can you marry somebody who's really crazy? Somebody with Down syndrome, can you marry the person? And somebody who is autistic, shouldn't they get married too? There are so many people with different mental health situations, and we try to diagnose before you get into the marriage whether you can cope or not. It's not that you won't marry the person, but you have to know very well what to expect. Whether before you go to sleep in the night, you have to wear this bulletproof, or you have to wear helmet. Anyhow, at least you know what you are going into, right? Then what of belief health? The belief of that, right akida is part of it. Right perception of life, perception of woman. Some men look at women as people who should keep quiet. Some men in their belief, forget about you have gone to school. This belief system is very paramount. Some men don't look at women as human beings. And they believe that you have to beat a woman very well if you want her to hear what? Yes. They believe that you have to engage a woman. You have to like, instead of this marriage ring, put handcuff for a woman. Some people have wrong perception of human beings generally. It doesn't have any regard for human life. Some people's perception of marriage is hedonistic. Let me get married and enjoy. They are not ready to endure or suffer anything. Some look at marriage as progressive. You want to marry somebody who is rich so that you can also get rich. This is some men's perception. Some women also think this way. If we do counseling for you, we tell you, oh boy, this is exactly what we are thinking. Are you sure this woman wants to marry a person like you? Some people don't know until you tell them. You'll be like, so that's really how I am. When you begin to tell people about themselves, they'll be like, hey, I'm meeting myself for the first time. I never knew I'm like that. And then let me quickly rush. Number 4, knowledge. Yes, we teach you knowledge, right and adequate information about marriage, and real understanding about how a marriage works. The wisdom about how marriage works. You can go to school. You can have PhD. But you have to understand how a marriage doesn't work like a company. You don't run a marriage as if it's a slave and master relationship. Everybody has their own role. I always mention this. It's like the 2 wheels of a bicycle. One in the front, one behind. The one in the front is one that's directing. The one behind is one that's attached to the pedal. Which of them is more important? Oh, which of them is the man? Which of them is the woman? The one in the front is the man. The one behind is the woman. Which of them is more important? No, choose one. What if the one in the back stops pedaling? What's going to happen? No movement. What if the one in the front stops giving direction? What happens? There'll be movement, but they'll go into the ditch. What if one is rolling faster than the other? What happens? If they don't understand that, look, we have to synchronize and work together to make this bicycle of marriage to work, they will be on the spot. Deep understanding and analogy of how marriage works. Haja mentioned the shoe analogy just now. And I believe all of us will have held that in our hands. Then number 5, finally, acceptance and commitment. You can't have it all, though. You can't get it all. You have to manage some aspects and accept some aspects, because marriage sometimes is managed. You have to look at the good side, and maybe you close your eyes at the other side if it's not too crucial, if not too important. Does a peacock sing? Peacock, does it sing? Peacocks don't sing. You can't be as beautiful as that and still be able to sing. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. A nightingale may be very small, but look at the sound that comes out of it. What sound does a giraffe make? Does it talk? Just gruntle. It can't speak. If it were the size of the neck that makes somebody to speak, it should be the loudest animal on earth. But you can't possibly have such big neck and still be able to speak. You can never have it all in life. You will have some part and you may lack some part. But be careful. You must understand who you are and be as sincere as you can in everything that you do. Sincerity and piety, they now come on top. It is easy to teach somebody how to perform ablution, but you may not be able to teach somebody how to have piety. It's a journey that you have to make by yourself. And you have to recognize who you are and know who the other person is. If not, you will just be a crocodile that thinks it's a lizard. That means you mess yourself, you mess up yourself. You are a crocodile that is meant for the rivers. Now you are behaving like a lizard that wants to climb the wall. Can a crocodile climb the wall? You just be making a fun of yourself because you don't know your worth, you don't know yourself. If you're a worm, what are you doing in a plate of spaghetti? You have to understand that that is not a place for you. Spaghetti may look like you, but that is not where you should go. If you go there, something is wrong with your head. And then we begin to show you that a snake is not the same thing as an earthworm. We begin to let you understand that a whale is not the same thing as a catfish. And then you get to understand how life works generally. So counseling is very, very important. We assume that we know it all. And unfortunately, marriage is one institution you enter into and you get certificate on the day of resumption. What do you know? There are many more things that we need to know, and we should try our best to learn with whatever opportunity we've gotten for ourselves. Bainakum is one of such organizations. Women in Dawa also offer counseling. So many other organizations, Haja Madina Sani, I don't know if she's here, she also does something like that. There are so many organizations. Micah, they have people who do that. If you go to NASFAT and Saruddin, all of those other organizations, they have one form or the other. Bainakum is actually just an organization that does only that. We don't do any other thing apart from that. Every day, that's what we do, and we pray that we all avail ourselves and see how we can benefit from it. There are many other people that surround Bainakum. There are medical doctors, there are health doctors, and then there are scholars, there are sheikhs who will tell you what Sharia says about what and what and what. And we have psychologists also who will diagnose you and tell you exactly who you are. May Allah make it easy for us and forgive our sins. May Allah increase our knowledge and increase us in wisdom. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.